As Rivers State prepares to exit 6 months of emergency rule tomorrow, the new State Assembly complex remains incomplete. The building, destroyed during the political crisis earlier this year, was demolished to make way for reconstruction. President Tinubu, in declaring emergency rule, cited the incomplete assembly as part of the rationale. News Central's Biola Festus is on standby at the Rivers State Assembly complex to give us a closer look at the progress. Biola, good afternoon. What's the current state of construction at the Assembly complex, please?
Good afternoon, Mazino. Yeah, we are in front of the Rivers State House of Assembly complex. Now, behind the construction works are still ongoing. Now, when at the heat of the political crisis in the state, this House of Assembly was attacked and burnt down, and some sections of the assembly were actually affected, and then the entire complex demolished to pave way for the construction of a new complex. Now, that construction work, as at then when the governor was still on 6, was expected to be completed in 9 months' time. Well, emergency rule came, but that didn't stop the work, the construction work from going on. Even when the sole administrator resumed duty in Rivers State, he was here and he inspected the work. That was in March, some few days after he was sworn in and brought down to Rivers State. He inspected the work and asked those in charge to speed up the work, noting that this complex was integral to the restoration of democracy in Rivers State. Well, he also said within 6 months that this complex was going to be completed. Well, it's just a day to go. So complex is still under construction. We were inside earlier, and from the information we were able to get, the construction workers there said give or take 2 months to go, and then the work may be ready. Well, the crane is still hanging there. The scaffold is still there. Speeding is ongoing currently, but the inside is yet to be finished. From the information we got earlier on while we were inside of the complex, we would have done this live inside of the complex, but of course, you know what it means. They wouldn't let us do that. We decided to come out here and have this live. Well, tomorrow, democracy is expected to return to Rivers State, but the question is, where will the lawmakers be sitting? Where will they be enacting those laws, those rules for the good of Rivers people? Don't forget that before the declaration of the emergency rule, we had 2 factions of Rivers State House of Assembly, and they had 2 sittings. While one was sitting in Government House, the other was sitting at the Assembly members' quarters. That's where they are supposed to live. They were using one of the halls there for their sittings. So the Assembly complex is still currently under construction. Mazzulo?
Well, thank you very much, Biola. Are there any signs the project will be complete before the return of democratic governance? That's a tall order, but could it? Biola, I hope you heard my question there. Yes, I just asked if there's...
Democracy may return to Rivers State tomorrow, but the Assembly complex is still under construction. I had a chat with some persons inside a few minutes ago, and they told me give or take 2 months before it is constructed, and then maybe furnishing it. But at this stage, they are still spreading the walls.
Okay.
The crane is still hanging.
Okay.
And if you could look behind me, and of course the scaffold are still there. So let's see how it goes. Democracy may return to Rivers State tomorrow, but the Assembly complex is still under construction.
Thank you very much, Biola Festus, for bringing us the details from Rivers State as we await the switch back to democratic rule. Thank you, Biola.